Hey guys, welcome to the Real Deal video blog. This week I want to talk to you about spirituality. So, you probably cringed when you heard that. You probably got a little bit, who's this weirdo going to start talking about religion and stuff? And yeah, spirituality is a really, really weird topic for a lot of people. It can get really uncomfortable. It's one of those things that you probably don't want to bring up over family Thanksgiving. Some people really just don't feel comfortable with the idea of spirituality and religion, and most people really don't feel comfortable talking about it. And, there can be a few different reasons for that. Maybe someone had a bad experience growing up with religion or something like that. Maybe they were just really uncomfortable with their family's religion, or they feel like it was sort of forced on them, or, they disagreed with their church and they felt trapped. A lot of weird stuff goes on with religion. You hear about it in the news and stuff. Some people, they just never really believed in anything, or maybe they believed in something, but they felt like the religion they were raised in was just not the right fit for them. And that stuff's all totally, totally fine. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with disliking religion, disliking spirituality, not believing in anything, believing but not being sure what you believe in. All that is completely fine. And feeling uncomfortable is normal. It's a weird topic, and it's really not easy. It's not something that's easy to talk about. And I'm not here to tell you that you have to join a religion or believe in a certain thing or feel a certain way. If anyone does try and tell you that, they're probably just a jerk. Don't listen to them. But in some form or another, like it or not, spirituality is a part of everyone's life, and it's an especially important part of life for people who are in recovery. And I can go into why a little bit. Addiction has often been called a three-part disease. The three aspects are mental, physical, and, you guessed it, spiritual. So, it only makes sense that all three aspects of the disease need to get addressed in recovery if that recovery is going to be successful. So, mental and physical, you kind of get the picture with those. Picture someone who has physical cravings or suffers physical effects from addiction. The mental aspect, someone who can't stop thinking about drinking or using, someone who obsesses over it, someone who craves it. Those are pretty obvious, and we can definitely go into a discussion of them at another time. And kind of the tricky one is the spiritual, sometimes called the spiritual malady. And many people have experienced this going back years, going back to childhood. They always felt like something was missing for them until they picked up drugs or alcohol for the first time, and it really seemed to fill that hole in their lives. And spirituality is the answer to that. Having some sense of spirituality is absolutely essential to success in recovery. And like I said, you don't need to hold a certain set of beliefs or a certain set of practices or anything like that. Not at all. Spirituality is different for everyone, sometimes very different, and it's something that's totally unique to the individual. For some, it's very traditional, going to church, believing in God, praying, maybe doing charity, helping others, things like that. For others, it might be a little more new age. It might involve meditation, yoga, stuff like that. Some people really get a strong sense of spirituality through things like nature, things like exercise. Other people find a higher power in the form of a sense of community or the power of recovery groups or the ability that other people have to help one another. That's pretty much the way that the recovery model works in the world is just people going out of their way to help others receive the gift that they've been given. And like I said, there's really no right answer. It's going to look really different for everyone. The only right answer is whatever it is that works for you. And like I've said many, many times before, recovery is a lot more than just abstinence from drugs and alcohol. It means healing from addiction in all aspects. And if you ignore spirituality, I guarantee you that you still will feel like something is missing. And I hope this was illuminating. I hope it helped you to feel that there's no reason to be afraid of spirituality. Really, all you need to do is figure out what it looks like for you.